Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It is Sunday, July 7th. Thought today we talk about, since today is for the Sunday sermon, is taking time out of your day to spend time with others, especially family members. Because sometimes we get so busy, right? And we'll do it another time. Sometimes that other time never comes, right? You never know. So stay tuned. All right, so welcome back. If you didn't already know it, my name is Eric, and we normally do a weekday show Monday through Friday, available on podcasts. The weekend, I kind of go off the rail, right? Instead of talking business and repairs and that a lot of small engine guys love to talk about and listen to, I believe in a well-rounded individual, right? You can't be good at one thing and then suck at everything else. And that was me, growing up. I was good at working, but I kind of sucked at everything else. Antisocial. I didn't go to a lot of the family gatherings, and I'm like, why? I need to work. That was always my excuse, was I'm working. And as the years went by, the little kids got bigger. And then we lost a few family members over those years that passed away that I could have and should have spent more time with, right? And we don't want to use that could or should word, It's just you needing to take the time for you and giving the time of you to others, whether it be like yesterday, we had my youngest grandson turning 3, so we had a birthday party for him. And is it my daughter-in-law and son's new home? It was great, other than it was like 88 degrees and the humidity was terrible. And the ones that turned out very well were the kids, because my daughter-in-law got a swimming pool from Walmart. You just blow it up, and they were running and diving, and about every half hour they'd add some more water to it to cool it down. Yeah, that's how hot it was. And they had tents put up, shade tents, where we could get underneath at least. But the old timers didn't last only till the party started at 1, and by 3:30, us older people were kind of like, well, we're going to have to call it quits. And now I'm part of that older group, right? But it was a great party. Too many times in my life, I've missed out on events like that. That I'm telling you right now, you go to your kids or grandkids' functions, or your niece or nephew, or best friend's kid's birthday, they will remember that. They remember who took the time out of their day to enjoy time with them on their special day. And the greatest thing is you get to catch up with people that you haven't seen for a while. And, my daughter-in-law's mom is a great woman. I enjoy visiting with her and her boyfriend. And she's got sisters and brothers that I like to catch up with. I found out yesterday that one is expecting their first child. Hoo-ha, yeah. Poor bastards. No, I'm just kidding. It's just going to be a lot of stress, a lot of sleepless nights, I'm telling you right now. Your second isn't so bad because you weathered yourself and you became trained on your first one. Your first one, you were listening for the baby sleeping and breathing because you were so worried, right? But the second one, you kind of tense down a little bit. And that's where moms are great, because they've raised you, and they can kind of come in and help carry the load and the burden, give you some time, free time. But how many people do you know that have passed away that you wished you could have spent time, more time with? And how many times did you have the opportunity, but you had other things going on? You get to pick and choose, right? How you want to live your life. And some, even when they get older, are antisocial. Or they come off as antisocial, when in fact what it is more like an anxiety disorder, that they can't take being around a lot of people. But you can still spend time with them, right? It doesn't have to be at a gathering. Just call ahead, see if they're available. Make yourself available. And life is too short. I've got a number of different pieces of property, and one sits down next to the shop. And I had an older gal. She's 3 years older than I am. That's an older gal. That just left her second husband. And she left him everything. All she took was just a shirt on her back and the car, and left. Because she was in an abusive relationship. And she was saying how she draws that type of man, the abusive ones, like it's her fault. If someone's being abusive to you, leave. It's not your fault. They're assholes. But she seemed like she had a lot of stuff on her plate. And I know she'd make a super neighbor. She'd be quiet, Most of the area now are elders. I'm like the young buck of the bunch. And I was kind of hoping that somebody would buy that lot that actually had kids, to be honest with you. Kind of bring in some young. But she said, could I work on the price a little bit, because she works full time. And so I asked her what would be doable for you. And she gave me a price. And I said, you know what? Someone needs to give you a break. Someone needs to give you something to bring you up and get you out of this dark place that you're in. And, we talked for half an hour, 45 minutes about who could put in power, who could put in a pad, septic. And I said, I got a guy. We all got a guy, right? And he lives up the road. And he's a general contractor. He's not with 8 or 10 guys. Usually it's him and 1 or 2 others. He's good. He's in and out. And he's affordable. I said, I got a guy. Let me check with him and let me get you some prices on what it would cost. And she's talking about buying one of the Amish buildings that we have. We have a lot of Amish up here. And the latest craze for the past 2 years has been storage buildings and what they call mini homes. And a mini home is basically like a storage building with a porch on the front. And you can have as much done or as little done. Now, I know some Amish now are having electricians come in and wire their building after they're done with it. Or have them come in and wire it, and then they'll finish off the inside the way you want it. And I told her, I said, I know of one fella off the top of the head that's doing that and loves it. I said, Claude, he lives in a fifth wheel camper and loves it. Because he said there's just him. So that'd be kind of hard with a pair of German Shepherds like I have, but so if you can give somebody the leg up, if you can see someone's not in a good place, they're in a dark place, and you can brighten their day, as little as it means to you, probably means a lot to them. So I'm gonna make this short and sweet. Today I'm going to be doing some more brush hogging. But take the time out of your day before it's too late to let people know that you love them. Pure and simple. And every conversation you have with the people you care about by just simply saying, I love you. And my kids are always like, we know that. You say that too much. You could never say that too much. Never. Because I want to end it on a good note. If something happens to me, the last thing they had to say to me and hear from me was, I love you. So on that note, I love you guys too. And we'll catch you first thing tomorrow morning. Thanks so much for watching.